Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hopefully some of you are going to be able to get out and bow hunt this weekend after listening to Justin's entertaining way that he is not going to wear a ghillie suit. He is going to wear the doe cape that he shot to go harvest the number buck that you left.
That I orphaned?
Yeah, that you orphaned.
That's probably not a very safe thing to do, I wouldn't think.
I probably wouldn't do it
So
either.
let's advise against wearing a deer cape in the woods during hunting season. But thanks for tuning in, guys.
That's not a good idea.
It is officially Black Friday. If you haven't checked it out, we are having massive, awesome sales. We've got new hats, we've got new t-shirts, new hoodies, vests.
And our Trophy Doe t-shirt.
We have a Trophy Doe t-shirt now, so guys, make sure you check out those awesome Black Friday savings and those holiday bundles we put together. We've got a lot of great new stuff for you. On this week's show, Todd, what do we got? We got a couple doe hunts and some updates from team members.
Oh
right?
boy, it just seems like we got update. We do have some other bucks on the ground. You know what? We're not gonna lie. The Bowhunter Die team this year has been a little slow. I mean, it's.
I killed a buck. You killed a buck.
I'm feeling good.
We're looking at the rest of you guys out there that haven't killed anything yet. But on this week's show, we've got some updates from Tyler Rector, Dustin Decroo. We're also going to check in with Dan Richardson, and we're checking in with anyone else?
I think that's it.
No, we got one more.
No,
we got one more in
that's
there
it.
somewhere.
Those
that's
three.
it. All right, fine. We just got those three. Let's jump into those hunts right now.
Welcome to the tree, guys. It's November 7th, magical day of the year. This is the day where normally we try to sit all day, but I couldn't do it today. Had to work this morning. Couldn't hunt, but it's probably 50 degrees. It's pretty warm. Sunny finally. It's been kind of cloudy, rainy mix for the last 4 days. I decided to come to a farm that I haven't hunted yet this year. I drove back here and checked this camera this morning. Had 3 nice shooter bucks on this farm. It's not very big. It's only about 10 acres that I can hunt. Besides the 80-acre field, I guess I can hunt 80-acre field, 10 acres of timber, but it's like 3 acres over there, 2 acres here, another 5 acres down this fence line. But this is the only stand I got on the farm. And got a little spot here that butts up to the neighbor's pasture. Just a little bit of clover, and I got like 1/4 acre of soybeans, and I got a scrape tree out here like 15-20 yards. These bucks have been hitting the scrape behind me. Not really in daylight, but I've had several nighttime pictures, and I know there's some does coming in here, and should be this afternoon, so hopefully we'll catch a big doe come in here, maybe put her down, and who knows, might catch a buck cruising. couldn't see through the brush, so I thought I'd rattle. And I just turned around, and there was a doe and a fawn standing in the middle of this food plot, not even looking at me. Which I don't know why, because they were only 20 yards. So I put the horns up. Slowly got my camera and stuff turned on. Grabbed my bow. Got it on her. She came to about 24, 25 yards. Right on her kill zone. And let her fly. And I hit pretty much right where I was aiming. And she ran off into the beans out to about 60 yards. And stood there, and I kind of felt like she was going to fall down. And she ended up just bedding down, and she's still out there. She just got up, walked in the woods. She's gonna go in there and lay down. It's covered in blood. That's a good sign. I don't know why. There's a lot of blood right there. It's pretty bubbly, really. Yeah. Meh. Yeah, she's done. Well, guys, as you can see, we found this big doe tonight. I shot her about 4:30 this afternoon, and I thought I put a pretty lethal shot on her from the stand, from the camera angle. You know, it looked really good. But she ran out in the beans and laid down about 60, 65 yards. And, you know, I've kind of always been one that if I don't see him fall down and die on tape or with my own eyes, then I kind of just back out for a while. So I ended up backing out for a couple hours, went back, and luckily she had only went in the woods about 3 or 4 yards and expired right there. You know, it looks like perfect exit shot right where I was aiming. I'm not exactly sure what I hit yet. I haven't gutted her, but I'm assuming by the way the blood looks and by the way she smells, I probably hit liver, guts, and maybe one lung. I had some bubbles in the blood on the blood trail. So hopefully, you know, she didn't suffer too much, and we can get her cleaned up good, get her washed out really well. Probably shove some ice in her for tonight, or we'll just hang her up outside. It's like 30 degrees right now, so you know, it's probably good enough to just hang her up outside, let her air out a little bit, and then take her to the meat locker tomorrow. I'm gonna make this short and sweet. I snuck in here and there was a buck in the field about 100 yards from the blind. Somehow I didn't blow him out, but there's about 40 deer in the field within 150 yards of me right now, so somehow I got the windows all opened. It's a really good buck, but unfortunately I'm in here to hunt one deer. He's a very, very old 8-point. He's got to be 8 to 9 years old. I've had pictures of him for the last 3 years, and none of our clients want to shoot him. So, anyway, I'm going to settle in here. I finally got the windows opened and that kind of stuff. So, we're going to see what happens. He's been coming by this blind on occasion, but this is like the one day that I had to do this. So, anyway, we're going to give it a shot. See what happens. Here comes the deer now. Not the deer, but deer. So, I came in here to hunt one deer, and I just saw him. He's about 100 yards. I don't know if this is going to work the way these windows are situated. There's deer everywhere. I don't know if
if I'm going to be able to open them or not. We're going to have to give it a shot. The deer I wanted to kill just walked back into the trees. So, I don't know, he's old. He's obviously smart. Every other deer has been out in the field except for him. Man, that's a heartbreaker. Only deer I came in here to kill. 20 yards. He's coming right to me. And the windows are all jacked up in here. One of those deals where you just think, maybe I should have just killed him. I mean, he was broadside at 20 yards. I mean, he turned, just not when he was on camera. But I guess that's part of filming hunts. If you're not willing to not kill a deer because of the camera, then it's not for you. So, I don't know. Big old deer for sure. Like 38 yards. Broadside, looking away, but not the deer that I'm here to shoot. Action has subsided for a bit. It started raining. The storm finally moved in. I can see a bunch of deer, but they're not really doing much, sticking close to the cover. So. Well, that's the end of the night for me. Never did see the buck that I came in here to chase. Actually, I didn't really see very many bucks. I saw like 3 or 4, I don't know, 30, 40 does. But anyway, since I shot a doe, naturally it started raining. So I went to the truck, notched my tag, just so I can try to stay out of the rain as much as possible. Fun night in the blind. I'm ready to start with some more hunters. So anyway, let's go check her out. All right, well, here she is. This is, I guess, puts me on the board for 2018 for big game. Shot a turkey with JZ this spring, and so far, pretty good start. Had the buck I was really after 2 nights ago. Just couldn't get the camera and windows aligned right. So anyway, I had a doe tag burn a hole in my pocket, and I let a whole bunch walk. And then this one came by once and started blowing at me, and then she came back by. So I made sure she wasn't gonna blow anymore. But probably just like a 2-year-old doe, but she's gonna eat well, and I'm happy to be on the board. First kill with my triax. So anyway, as you can see, it's raining very, very hard. So anyway, I'm gonna get her out of here. Already did my tag in the truck when I brought it over, and we're gonna head back to the lodge and eat some dinner.
Pretty good start. Had that young buck come through right after daylight. And then I had an 8-pointer look like a 2.5-year-old. I couldn't get him on film good. He was just past some leaves right here in front of me. But he stopped behind a tree forever, and he kept watching his backside. He acted like he's pretty nervous. I was hoping that big one maybe was back there tending the doe. It's been 30 minutes since that 8 left. He actually left where I couldn't even film him, but haven't seen anything else. It's too quiet. I hate it when it's like that, because when you go to draw, they can hear you. Need a little bit of a breeze or something, but at least they're moving so far. I'm in the wrong tree. That's right. PB and J, baby. Put it on thick. Okay, done here for the morning. I'm gonna go ahead and drop all my gear, walk down there, scout that out real quick. I think I know about where I wanna be. There's a deadfall down here. And at the very end of it's where they're going around between it and a swampy area. So I'm gonna go down there and see if I can find a suitable tree. Well, I'm back in the stand where I seen discount last week and that 9-pointer. I thought it was going to be a lot colder this morning according to my phone, but it's like 40 degrees. I thought it was going to be in the high 20s, so that was kind of a shocker. But pretty quiet morning. I hate it when it's this quiet. I like a little breeze to cover your noise when you're drawing, but haven't been back here in a while. Kind of gave it a break. Hoping something comes through. Okay, was that not cool or what? That doe, her head is white and her ears are solid white. They was coming in and I was gonna take a shot at 30 yards and she stopped behind that broken tree down there. If she took 2 more steps, I was on her. We're gonna call that doe Snow White, and I've actually got history with her. It was 2 or 3 years ago. I seen some deer chasing each other in a thicket, and I kept getting glimpses of a deer that looked like a solid mass on its head, and all I could picture was like kind of a ram horn looking, and I could not tell what it was. And now I know, thinking back, it was that doe, and her ears, I was thinking was some kind of real thick, solid mass of antlers. But I've got history with that deer. So, Snow White it is. Man, I would love to take her. Talk about a unique looking critter now. Wow.
Well, Justin, I don't know where you want to begin, but I think I'm going to start with that. I'm not sure I'm a fan of the name, but that Snow White doe. I mean, I have to admit, when I was watching that footage with you right now, I'm like, man, what? Even I was really getting sucked into the screen. That's pretty cool.
I guess she'd be considered a piebald, maybe. But yeah, cool encounter. I know Dan has been hunting extremely hard. He's one of those guys got like 3 weeks vacation. He's been hunting almost every day with a few breaks and just can't catch a break. You know, seen a lot of young bucks, seen some older deer, but the older ones are just out of range. So he hasn't been able to connect yet.
And it's tiring. I mean, dude, I know I come into work and I see you, and yesterday I came in, I was dragging. Age. Oh, whoa. Sorry, Dan. I didn't say that, Dan, just for the record. But no, dude, it's wearing. I mean, it wears you out. When you're going hard every day, carrying the gear, it's wearing.
Yeah, so, and then we'll talk about Dustin's hunt. You know, he was chasing that really old deer. They were calling him Neo, I think. He's like the one, right, from the Matrix. Dustin chased that deer hard for a couple of weeks and just couldn't get connected with him. Come rifle season in Wyoming, his wife Jen actually went out when they were able to harvest that deer. Finally, I know Dustin was kind of relieved that somebody finally shot the deer so he can go chase something else.
Sometimes it just needs to happen.
To a certain degree. And then we'll talk about Tyler. You know, he's been having a rough season just trying to get close to bucks or even see bucks. Man, he's just been like in the group text message. He's just nonstop, like he doesn't know what's going on. So, you know, took an opportunity to put some meat in the freezer and harvest a doe. I got to say, the shot looked perfect to me. I mean, I watched it and I was like, I don't know how that's not a perfect shot. But apparently it wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah, it's bow hunting, guys. Every year we say the same things. We look at this stuff over and over. I mean, it's just bow hunting. It's bow hunting.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, congratulations to both Tyler and Dustin. They got some deer on the ground. Looking forward to seeing if they have any more action kind of come late rut and into late season. So that's all the hunting for this week's episode, guys. Next up, we're going to join PJ Riley over at Lancaster Archery, who's going to give us this week's tech tip.
Hey guys, let's talk to you today about sight lights. Adding a sight light to your sight can help you out in a lot of different situations. The most obviously is probably going to be when you're in a low light conditions in the tree stand late in the evening. You're going to brighten up your pins, but that's not the only place they're helpful. If you're shooting in a ground blind out into a bright sunny field, your pins are going to be dark inside that blind. Adding a light to it can help bring those fibers back so that you can see what you're aiming at. And now what you want to look for is a light that will shine onto your fibers only. What we don't want is for you to have a light cast down over top of your pins. In that low light situation, you're not going to be able to see through the light. All we want is for your pin fibers to glow. So most sights today, somewhere on the sight body, they're going to have a tube that you screw a light into. If the makers of most sight makers will have their own light, but if they don't, there are kits that you can get out there which will have different size tubes to fit in the threading within your sight. You just have to find the right one that fits. So what I have here is I have the sight that's made for my Excel sight. It just screws into the back here like we talked about, and it's got a rotating knob for on and off. So you can see now here in this closet, the pins are out. One click, now the pins are on. This one actually has different levels of light. If I give it another click, it's a little bit darker. One more click, it's a little bit darker, and then a third click and it goes off. So, see if a sight light doesn't help you this season. Back to you guys.
Hey PJ, thanks for the tip. You know, lighted sights have been around for a long time. I shouldn't say lighted sights, but the lights you add to the sights have been around for a long time. It's kind of interesting because it's kind of like rattling almost to a certain degree, right? I feel like it has its
exactly
highs.
like that. I feel like.
Geez, I'm talking about it in popularity. I just feel like even having the kisser buttons on your bowstrings. I just feel like we go through these waves where it's like people kind of do them for a while and then they kind of don't do them for a while. I used to always have a lighted sight on my bow and then I just stopped doing it. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never really hunted with one on, but I will tell you, the more that I hunt out of a ground blind, the more I'm thinking about putting one on my bow. I actually I had one and I dug it out of my box the other day, but the batteries were dead. So I was too lazy to go buy new batteries, so I just didn't use it. So thanks to PJ for the tip. If you guys need batteries for your sight light, make sure you check out LancasterArchery.com. I'm sure they've got them. Next up, we are going to thank the people who sent in their photos for this week's episode.
Donovan Stroke.
Jake Surratt.
Jeff Villar.
Joe JASINSKI.
Mike Heil.
And Tyler SANCHEZ. I don't think we said those right. I'm pretty sure that's not Stroke.
Now that I look at it again, I think you're right.
Should probably do those again.
We need to redo
Let's
this.
take another stab at it.
Take two. Sorry, guys. Donovan Strock.
Jake Surratt.
Jeff Biller.
Joe JASINSKI.
Mike Hill.
And Tyler SANCHEZ.
Well, it is Thanksgiving. Last week we were very generous, so we're going to have to continue to be generous, right, Justin? So I'm going to pick one, and you can pick one.
We already picked. Who was your pick?
Well, I'm going to go with Mike Hill.
You taking Mike Hill, and I'm going with Joe JASINSKI. I hope I said that right. So congratulations, guys. Those are some great trophies. Hold on, we got to give some real quick feedback. Tyler and Donovan, you got to tuck those front legs in. We taught you guys this. And Jake, my man, huge buck, Great photo.
And Jeff, the flash.
Gotta
helps
use the
him, too.
flash, dude. You got way too many shadows. I can't even see your smiling face. So that
Jeff,
is our
yeah, I
advice.
mean, Jeff, whoever took your photo, they got to get down lower. You got to get down.
Jeff's
Especially with
not
that
on- Jeff's-
horizon. Yeah, this is
He
Jeff, dude.
Yeah. That's a
All
nice
right.
photo, too.
It is. Guys, we did a video on this. You
Joe
can watch
and
it.
Mike, you are our winners, so make sure you reach out to us. Send us your information. We will get you your prize pack from Pine Ridge Archery and some new Bowhunter gear.
Don't forget, guys, it is Black Friday. We've got a lot of great deals. Get on the website. Take a
And
look
for
at
the
some of
record,
those.
this is not a flat bill hat for all you guys out there who are like, I don't want flat. This isn't flat. You see this? Curved, not flat. That's for all you old timers out there. Like
With
Dan
that being
Richardson.
said, this is the end of this episode of
We're outta
Bowhunter
here.
Die. Get out there and hunt this weekend, guys. We'll see you out there soon. For more exciting action, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram and receive live updates from our team members as well as the latest happenings in the bowhunting and archery world. Be sure to share your photos, stories, and experiences as well. And don't forget to pick up your official bowhunting.com and Bowhunter Die gear by visiting bowhunting.com/gear. We have a full selection of hats, shirts, decals, wristbands, and much more.
Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Bowhunter Die. We've got some great hunts for you today. In fact, we killed 2 whole does. You're not gonna wanna miss this. He remembered me though. He's like, that's the guy that killed my mom. I liberated him. That's all.
He's free to do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, I see him like every 3rd hunt. Just roaming around.
Mother's
Can we film? We got film.
I can put it on and he's like, Mom! And then I'm like, it's me! He runs away. Mom, where have you been? I missed you so much. We're horrible people.